going on, people? I am Swaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Jonas Be Great, and again, our special guest is always here, Love Joy. How y'all ladies doing? How y'all ladies doing today?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
I'm doing fantastic, man. Of course, always looking forward to get into this episode. I want to thank our listeners as always, man, for the continued support. We appreciate y'all so much. And don't forget, man, to like and subscribe. We take a lot of time trying to put effort into these episodes, and we just want to know how you guys feeling about what we're doing. So we do have two topics today. We're going to be talking about the amount of hours that a wife can look forward to taking on with her husband. And we're also
Ooh.
All right. I was gonna say, that sounds stressful.
you want to get married, come on with it. But anyway, and we're also going to be talking about setting financial boundaries. So yeah, this is what we're going to be talking about today. And just so you guys that don't know, on this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within our community through using the power of conversation. And that's really what drives us to come up with these specific topics. So I guess without further ado, let's get right into it. What you got for us, Journey?
So I came across this article on psychcentral.com, which the title of it is Seven Types of Boundaries You May Need. So, of course, from the title, it lists seven, but what really stood out to me was financial boundaries. And for me, I have benefited greatly from setting financial boundaries. I don't fall out with anyone about money because I have something in place that I'm not going to allow you to, make me fall out with you about money.
There you go.
So, right. So, according to the article, boundaries are necessary because they keep us safe. They maintain our identity and they help us focus on what's important to us. So, again, like I said, financial boundaries. And I had to do this because there was a situation years ago. Of course, this is with a family member. I'm not going to say their name, but we're good now. We're good.
We know it's you, Auntie.
Right.
So the situation was my family member came to me saying they needed some help with their rent. And I was like, okay, cool. And we were in tax season. So she said she would receive her money within a couple of weeks. So I was like, okay, no problem. I got you. Gave them the money. Couple of weeks went by, didn't hear from her right away. Finally heard from her, and she said the IRS took her money. So I was like, dang, well, because my bank account needed that money back in there.
Okay.
So she's like, well, I'll pay you. I can't remember what it was, but it was such a small amount. And pretty much I didn't get it back, period, because I didn't receive it the way I gave it to her. So she was paying me like little by little each week. And, when we, calculating how much of the loan had been repaid, the math wasn't math. Like both of us had two different amounts and that caused an issue. So we ended up falling out and I didn't get the rest of my money and years went by when we did not talk to each other. But we finally end up, repairing things. We're good now. We don't do money type stuff. But what I have learned is that for me, what helped me tremendously, if someone does come to me wanting to borrow money, if the amount is an amount that I know I will need back, I'm not doing it. I will help
Right.
them with an amount that, is more comfortable for me. And, we're going to have to spread this burden out. But if I know I need it, nah, I'm not going to be able to do it. So with that being said, that has helped me out so much. So if I have loaned someone money and I didn't get it back, it's no hard feelings. When I see you, I'm going to still smile at you. If I see you at the cookout and you got some new J's on, I'm not mad. We're good. So like I said, just putting that boundary in place alone has saved me with so many, not just family members or friendships, just even associates. So that helps me. So what do y'all have anything in place that helps y'all when it comes to loaning money?
Just don't get to
Yeah.
Just well, that helps too.
Well, yeah, that's like when you give somebody money, they say back, here go your little $40 back. Well, it wasn't so little when I gave it to you now.
Right,
Right.
right.
But no, like I do have boundaries. Like my granddad used to always say, don't give what you expect back. So telling someone, no, I don't have it, it's not like you don't have it, but I'm going to want it back and I don't want to fall out with you. So I'm going to just tell you I don't have it to give. And that's kind of the
Right.
boundary that I have set for friends, like you said, especially for family and just anyone in general. If I need it back, I don't have it.
Now,
Yeah.
here's something else too. Have you guys ever been on the other end where somebody lends you a few dollars and you like, they don't need it?
I have
Ah,
not, because for one, for me, which is something I work on, I hate asking for anything.
Yes.
So, and I somebody recently brought that to my attention that is prideful. I didn't look at it that way, but yeah, I mean maybe so, but I really with a
maybe so.
passion,
Maybe so.
I but with
Breast-
a passion, I hate asking people for stuff. So, yeah.
I was gonna say I haven't been on that end, and it's more because I like Journey said, I don't like having to ask someone. But if I have borrowed, I make sure I give it back because I don't like owing someone either.
You know how people feel entitled? Like, you have some people that's just like, yeah, that's bro, that's sis, that's mom, that's auntie.
Mm-mm.
Get them folks their money back. Transition to the next topic, you guys. This one here kind of hit home for me. I am not married, but I would look forward to be married one day. And so let me ask you, ladies, how many hours of work do you think a wife has to take on just by having a husband, just from just taking care of him? How many extra hours a week do you think a wife has to take on? Give me a number.
40.
Um,
Yeah, at
yeah,
least.
I was about to say 30.
Yeah, I got some polygamy going on out here.
Okay.
A week? Well, no, there's an article on Reuters.com, and it says husbands create 7 hours of extra housework a week. I'm gonna read a little bit from this.
7 a day, 7 hours a day. Because I think
No,
that's
Right.
no, see, no. A week, a week. So
Mm.
yeah, don't come with all that. But anyway, I got y'all, fellas. I got y'all. So anyway, this is what the article was saying. It says a new study from the University of Michigan shows that having a husband creates an extra 7 hours of housework a week for women, but a wife saves her husband from an hour of chores around the house each week. It's a
I
well-known.
beg to differ. I think it's more. But
Uh,
go ahead. Go
it's
ahead.
okay. We can't fight with the facts, but okay, okay. But no, you're probably right, though. I guess in some situations that is true. And they said it actually gets a little bit worse for women once they have children. So they have even more work. I'm not going to want to spoil this for you guys that want to go and check this article out because this is an amazing article. So I'm going to go to another part right here where I think it's interesting. It says that researchers studied diaries to assess how people spent their time and questioned men and women about how much time they spent cooking, cleaning, and doing basic work around the house. They found that young single women did the least amount of housework, about 12 hours a week. Married women in their 60s and 70s did nearly twice the amount, while women with more than 3 children spent 28 hours a week cleaning, cooking, and washing. I'm going to give y'all this last
Hmm.
here. But it's not as bad as it used to be. In 1976, women did an average of 26 hours of housework a week, while men did about 6, according to the study. Now, I'm not going to go too far to that, but I just want to say this. Men typically do more work on the outside, more hands-on work as far as like dealing with things around the house. So let's let's keep it
I mean,
real now.
that's true, but how often I mean, you're not cutting the grass every day.
Right. Once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, you know?
Now, here's an interesting twist, ladies. So, we all gonna read this article, y'all see what I'm talking about, but it's an interesting twist at the end that talks about how men are actually doing more work in and outside of the house than women.
How so?
Well, that's gonna spoil it for people that want to go read. But here's the thing.
Whereas, some people not gonna go read it.
Yeah,
They want to go
you
ahead.
know
That's why
what?
they're tuning in to get the facts now.
We even get these ladies feet. They got to go in there and do some read, just read. But no, honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. So what I'm thinking is going on is that we have our generation of women. The older generation of women were more. Of course, a lot of them didn't have jobs. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? They would just stay
That's
at home.
true.
Then you have the women now that are having to work and take on the responsibilities of, working as an individual and then coming home and being a mom and a wife and stuff like that. So I'm looking at it from that aspect. That is true. But I think that as we talked about in the last episode, men are also working more hours as well. So it's not like they're doing 6 hours at work and coming home and not doing anything. Men are actually taking on more hours as married men to work harder, to work more, to work longer, than still coming home and cutting grass and dealing with whatever else may be done around the house. So I think it's a situation where we can't discredit either side because it's just harder in general for both people.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm
I
not knocking
agree.
any of that. I disagree that it's only 7 hours extra a
So,
week. I disagree with that. But as
so
far as any of that with a man working, working more hours at work, of course I do believe that.
okay, so you guys think that just the husband, creates more hours than 7 hours?
Well, where I'm looking at it from the perspective of husband and children.
Okay.
So I definitely feel that's more than 7 hours extra per week. Yeah.
Okay, I can see what you mean when you add the children in, but the
Well, yeah,
husband,
when you add the children, I get it.
yeah, the husband not so much so, but I think also the children are shared. So I guess in some senses, when it comes to the children, I mean, that would be interesting though to see if couples did count the hours, like how many hours I was in there with little Johnny playing. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I spent this much this morning cooking oatmeal for Johnny. Like, who's really sitting there and counting the hours? So I think that's a pretty interesting article in the first place for someone to be counting the hours.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, like I said, both people, play a role, have responsibilities that they take care of. So both of
Yes.
them contribute in a way. Both of them contribute to the household. So
I agree. See, ended with love. See, this is what y'all gotta
There
understand.
you go.
yeah,
Uh,
I have nothing against what it says. It is true. But I stand strong
all right, here we
that
go.
it's more than 7 hours.
Stomp your way down. But anyway, so I want to ask our listeners, man, are y'all lending out any money to the family? I'm not, but I just want to know, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And also, we want to know. We got to know for the ladies. Do y'all feel like y'all working a whole lot more hours?
Yes.
Nobody talking.
Sorry.
Ain't nobody talking.
Okay.
But anyway, nah, for real. Thank you for sharing. But yeah, we want to know to the married women. Do y'all feel like y'all are doing more than 7 hours? We want to know that out in the comments below. Men, do y'all feel like y'all getting them 7 hours? Because I know some of y'all are like, where them seven at? Because I don't know what you're doing. But anyway, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. We have a very special episode for you guys coming up. Speaking of the young ladies, going to be talking about autism, and it's going to be a really good episode. And we also have another young lady that's going to come on and talk about what it's like raising 4 kids alone. So you guys look forward to that. We're going to try to make it great for you guys. I am Swaver, joined by my amazing co-host, Journey to Be Great. This is the Opinionated Facts Music Group podcast. And I can't forget Love Joy. She's always here, man. The same way we need y'all here. You know what I'm saying? But thank y'all so much for tuning in. And until next time, peace.